If you often find yourself thinking, I can't talk to girls, but aren't sure why, let me tell you, you're not afraid to do so. You are not afraid to talk to a girl. It's something else. So let me tell you why you're not taking that first step with potential love interests even though you're not afraid. But before we do, hit that like button real quick and get subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the Alpha Army. People who don't talk to their crushes often feel like they can sense the outcome of what will happen, and they start running away from that happening. Your friends can call it a number of things like low self-esteem, being too shy, or no initiative and things like that. But if you think she isn't interested in you, which she probably isn't, you still need to approach her. Because you see, this accumulation of courage to approach a girl knowing full well the chances of rejection is actually a part of the process. So it is a crucial experience that you just need to have to master this game. And that takes us to the second point. Many of you guys may have spent a majority of your young adult lives crushing on those same one or two girls, and therefore you never actually got the experience of asking out other girls that often. This leads to a lack of dating and talking experience when it comes to those social environments, which gives you the feeling of she will notice your inexperience. And that is completely fine. You really don't need to worry about that. Maybe you have been turned down by the ones who count, and subconsciously you still think it may happen again, which it probably will. The idea of being shot down isn't really appealing, but as I said, rejection is just a part of the process, and that is completely normal. You won't even remember you got rejected by some random girl like 1 week later, so it doesn't really matter. So in your mind, you have made that first step. You have introduced yourself and you have initiated text messaging, but now you don't have any idea of how to take things to the next level. And this is one of the thoughts that completely impairs you to approach a girl. All you think is, even if I initiate the first step, what's next? What am I gonna do then? But let me tell you one thing. Never underestimate the power of finding common interests the two of you may have. Shared interests can be a great point of starting a conversation and can make it much more easier to open up and connect. So don't waste your time thinking about what's next. If you're already friends with your crush, you may not want to risk an otherwise acceptable relationship. And it is possible you'd rather take the safe bet than risk embarrassing yourself in front of her. But you won't ever find out if it is worth the risk if you never take it. And remember, you're the alpha, so don't simp around your crush. If she accepts, all well and good. If she doesn't, there are other girls, too many to count on fingers. You're trying too hard to analyze the situation and get a read on the girl that's standing right in front of you. You tend to think too much about the infinite outcomes that may appear if you actually talk to that girl. And in trying to perfect every single scenario in your mind, you're actually losing time because that girl is not going to wait around for you to finish being Kojiro Sasuke. And by the way, if you haven't watched Record of Ragnarok yet, I'd highly suggest you do. That's a great one. But from my own personal experience, I can easily tell you that nothing that you're ever going to think is actually going to happen. Because obviously you've got zero experience talking to a girl, otherwise you won't be standing there thinking about all those scenarios. You would actually be talking to that girl. So it is like a 100% waste of time and effort. Well, this is as simple as it is common, and you can actually never develop a respectable amount of self-respect until you appreciate and admire yourself. And if you don't admire yourself, you need to improve yourself in every single aspect. And that's not going to be quick and easy. That's going to take time. So you better start as quick as possible. Improve your clothing game, start working out, improve your facial skin, improve your talking skills, improve everything that you can. Never leave anything behind. Don't let anything lag. Everything is available on the internet. People like me are eager to inspire and motivate you to make those changes and develop a respectable self-confidence that is not only going to help you in this girls matter, but it is going to be handy in everything and everywhere you go in your entire life. I hope you got a brief understanding of why you're unable to approach girls even though you're not afraid. But before you rush out to make those moves, I'd suggest you think these things over and create a better mindset about approaching the girls. So this was why you can't approach any girls, and I'm gonna create a follow-up video on how to approach the girls. So make sure you stay subscribed for that. And if you came this far, you might also wanna like the video. All the socials are linked in the description. And with that said, I'll see you around. Alpha.